There's nothing quite as fun as drawing something really big so it fills the entire sheet of paper. One of the most fun examples of that is a bear face. It makes for a great painting project too.
Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. You know, my favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think.
The supplies you need for this project are a sheet of watercolor paper, a pencil, paintbrush, and watercolor paint. I used this kind that comes in a tray. You can also find a link to a free step-by-step tutorial in the description below. Here's your reminder that I like to work with center pencil guidelines. They're also on all my tutorials, and they really do help you use the entire sheet of paper when you draw. Okay, we first need to draw a large upside-down U that is this tall and this wide. Place your pencil at the top of the paper and slowly draw a curved line down to the left. When you reach the bottom, then go back up and draw a matching curve down on the right side. Just do your best to make those two sides match. The next step is super easy. We just need to draw a circle for the nose. It's about the size of a quarter or so. The muzzle of the bear is easy too and looks kind of like an upside down heart. Start in the center, draw down and back up to make one side, and then draw the same shape on the left side. Let's draw two small eyes now. They're about the size of a grape and sit on either side of that heart shape. Now come the ears. We can draw a simple one on the right, including the inside line, and then draw the same size ear on the left. Notice that mine are almost touching the top of the paper. To draw the mouth shape, we're going to draw a U that's about this big. Start at one side and draw down, and then do the same on the other side. So it looks like a very tall letter U. To give this bear a lip line, let's draw a smaller U shape just inside. Next come the teeth. I'm going to draw two large ones on top that are kind of curving towards each other, and two large ones on the bottom. Finally, to add some extra color in the background, let's add a zigzag line for grass. All right, the pencil drawing is done, so we can get out that permanent black marker and start tracing all our lines. Do make sure it's a permanent marker because we want to make sure the lines don't bleed when we add paint. That black marker is also a great tool to fill in the nose and eyes. Before we go any further, let's take a minute to erase any pencil lines that are still showing. Now it's time to bring out those paints and a cup of water and brush. Let's start with the brown paint. We first need to soften the tablet a little with some water, and then start to fill in the head. You should have enough water that your paint spreads really smoothly, but not so much as to lighten the color. We're trying to make a nice, rich, dark brown. Continue painting until that entire head is filled. Work slowly so that you can stay inside those lines. And don't forget to paint the outside edge of the ears too. Now I'd like to make a little lighter brown color, so I'm going to put some paint on my tray and add a little extra water. And then slowly paint those lips. And then I'm going to use that same color up inside the ears too. We want it to be a light brown, so it definitely looks different than the fur. I'd like to do the same kind of thing for inside the mouth, so I'm going to put some red paint on the tray, add a little water, and then when I think it's ready, fill in the mouth and paint carefully around those teeth. Let's move on to the grass now. There's a pretty yellow-green in this tray, and I want my color to be pretty bright, so I'm going to use it straight from the tablet just making sure that it has plenty of water to keep it soft and easy to spread. Okay, all that's left to do now is the sky. I really love this shade of blue, and I think I'll add a little extra water to it so it's a little lighter than the way it comes right out of the tray. Just keep on painting until you're finished, working to fill in those small shapes as best you can. And there is our finished bear face painting. The only thing left to do now is to let it dry. If you check out my website, Art Projects for Kids, you can find many more easy animal lessons, including one for an owl and one for a baby fox. Over the years, I'm happy to say my website has helped millions of kids learn how to draw. Hey, if you enjoyed this lesson, then please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps other people find these videos too.